Hi guys, today we're introducing the company Onica. Let's get to know about it a little more. The company has a few programs. The first one is a Startup Capital program, the second one is a Resort program, and the third program is meant for more solid partners. This program is an automobile one. With this program you can make really good money. You can buy the place in this program right away or steadily while moving through the matrix with the opportunity to switch into this matrix. One of the main programs is called Shareholder. It is connected to the traders' work on Forex. From here the income is flowing, which is distributed to the stocks that have been bought. The program Shareholder is followed by the bonus program. To get into it, you don't need to pay for anything. It is automatically linked to the card. Besides, a bit later, the program Mining Farm is going to be launched. You'll be able to find this information on the website later. Let's get into more detailed study of each program. And the first one is Start or Startup Capital program. This is a matrix program. The matrix consists of 7 places. It has an interesting algorithm. Here, the partner can find the opportunities which help them advance and earn money, even for the partners who are less active. Even those partners who face difficulties with inviting people will be able to make money there at the expense of the progress from more active partners. Plus, the main feature, some eternal moments which are provided by the company. This program consists of 8 matrices. The fee for entering the first matrix is only $20. As soon as the partner closes the place in the second line, he immediately gets back the sum of their investment. And it doesn't matter who is in the line, his referral, or in case if the system fills this place, or in case if he will have the spaces of stand-in or tech account. We will discuss the situations in details later, and all the further advances through the matrices are going to be a net profit since the partner doesn't have to invest anymore. Having filled the second, the third, and the fourth matrices ensures the switch to the next circle. Thus, after filling the first matrix, you get the money back and automatically buy the space in the second matrix, where you are already able to make a personal income. So, in the second matrix, when the first space in the second line is filled, 3 stand-ins are bought, which automatically become a part of your first matrix, which helps your partners to get their spaces filled. And in the second matrix, for $60, when the first space in the second line is filled, 3 stand-ins are bought from you, one of which goes to the general matrix of the entire company. But 2 stand-ins stay working in your matrix under your referrals, so that the active partner helps to fill the spaces of the referrals and the global matrix spaces of those who are less active. According to this, every active partner, due to his 3 partners, helps both their matrix and global matrix in order to get them filled sooner and to get a nice profit for each partner. Those stand-ins that are bought for you and that get into your structure take the same places as the ones which were bought by yourself before. It means that each stand-in brings you the same profit as the main space bought from you. As the stand-in, which doesn't get to your matrix but gets into the global matrix, brings you the same profit as your personally bought space. The thing is that this stand-in is placed not into a matrix but in the global one, and he is going to move through the global matrix, bringing you a constant income in somebody else's matrices. The spaces under this stand-in are filled the same way by mixing from the global matrix. Besides, there is a referral system in our project. For the work that has been actively done by partners, each partner gets the referral reward. Now I will tell you in details how they will be charged. When the stand-ins are being bought, every stand-in is placed in your structure. And what does it mean? It means that if someone in your structure has a vacant space, stand-in is placed there. If there is no vacant place in your structure so far, you have a referral. So in this case, the stand-in is placed in the structure of the first invited referral. If there are no vacant spaces in the structure of your first invited partner, you stand-ins look for a place in the structure of your second referral, and so on, going down the list of each of your referrals, so that the both stand-ins help you fill the places of your referrals, listing from the first referral to the last one. That's why it makes sense to hurry up and join it right now and be as closer to your sponsor as possible in order to get your structure filled in as soon as possible. It's going to work the same way with your active partners. All the partners of your active partner will fill the structure and help his referrals push through the matrix faster. Also, there is a quite interesting situation. If all of your referrals have filled the first matrix, the stand-in will look for the referrals of your first referral and will help them fill in the structure. As soon as it is done, the stand-ins go to your second referral and will help him fill in the structures of all the referrals that he invited in the same order. The referral or sponsor payments level up in 3 stages. So from the first level of reference you'll get 50%, from the second level you'll get 30%, and 20% from the third level. One more example. You have a referral which invited another partner which has filled in his matrix. So your referral gets 50%, you get 30%, and your sponsor gets 20%. This way, from all of your partners, you will get the sources of the referral reward, which, as you can see, is really solid. They will encourage the partners to work even more actively. The other companies with matrices haven't offered the same bonuses, but in our company they are guaranteed. Now let's see what's going on in the third and fourth matrices. The order of being filled in is the same as in the first two, but as you can see, the distribution works in a bit different way. Also, let me show you some additional functions which our matrices possess. You can observe the structure. Pushing the button Observe the structure, we are forwarded to the page where we can see a deeper matrix where you can see your structure. There you will see your space, the spaces of your referrals, the spaces which has been bought by the stand-ins, and technical accounts. First, we will see as usual your space and 6 places under your position in your structure. If we want to check the structure of your referral from the second line, we press his icon and his structure is displayed, where we can see in details what's happening in his structure and how the places are filled in. The same way you can open the deeper parts of your structure so that you can see the structures of every partner pressing their icons. Observing our structure, we can notice that in the structure of one of your partners there is a space or two which are not filled. Seeing that, you can buy a place in the matrix. So, you can buy the chosen space in the matrix, helping your partner and yourself. You help him to fill in the matrix, he switches to the next matrix where he helps you to fill in the spaces, buying the stand-ins which help your structure to get all the vacant spaces filled. It provides you with speedier and detailed advance through the matrices in order to get better income. I should remind you that the stand-ins are also your spaces. All of them have the same functions as your main space and get the same payments as your main space account. Stand-in is not a tech account. We will discuss tech accounts a bit later, but the stand-ins have some peculiarities in their work. For example, if there were 100 stand-ins which has been bought from you, first 50 stand-ins work according to one scheme and the rest 50 follow another way of work. Now I am going to tell you what are these schemes in our company. 50% of stand-ins become the triangles that are displayed, and the rest 50% don't become the triangles. Each of the stand-ins take place into your structure in the way we have discussed before. There might be a question: what is the matter of placing the stand-ins into the triangles? These stand-ins are the blockers of our accounts. What for? They block the switch into the next matrix for the next 3 spaces. This way we shorten the matrix skirt, which could have grown into unimaginable size. Under the upper stand-in, in this triangle, the matrix won't grow down and this stand-in won't switch through the matrices anymore. But he pays the money for the marketing to the all upper sponsors in this matrix. So this 50% of stand-ins will greatly help us to shorten the matrix skirt and it will work much longer. Nevertheless, it is profitable for us to have our partners switch through the matrices to fill in the spaces. That's why only 50% of stand-ins will be frozen in the matrix and the rest 50% will still move through the matrices. As we know, all the participants of the networks are scared of the situation when the matrix skirt gets giant, so that it becomes impossible to continue filling it in. So this way we are cutting the matrix skirt so that the matrix can grow in a completely different way and get filled much faster and simpler. The capabilities of our website allow you to observe your structure and see where the spaces are being filled in and where they are not, where they are filled with the stand-ins triangles, and your matrix skirt gets shorter, which makes your structure grow more effectively and faster. It is also very convenient to see the clarity of the structure and that the company doesn't lie to you, building your structure according to the rules of marketing. Besides, the technical accounts are provided in the company. These accounts work in the system and help all the partners of our company get filled. They buy the real spaces. Tech accounts are bought by the company's budget. The income which is brought by Forex is distributed for buying the tech accounts. I will tell you about the income from Forex a bit later. As we all know, the flow of the partners to the company is always a wave-like process, and at those moments, when there is a smaller flow, many partners want to give up. But due to the tech accounts, the structure is constantly growing, so there is no sense to quit. The traders in the company work under all the circumstances and the profit constantly comes. Due to the profit, the metrics grows as well. The spaces unchangingly get filled, and the partners get their income. There is no other company or matrix which has such unique marketing. Purchasing the stand-ins in each matrix will grow a lot in quantity. The income also becomes few times bigger, which is really nice. So at this stage there are already two sources, from the second filled space and from the first filled space of the second line, as you can see in the last matrix. 250 stand-ins are being bought. When the second place in the second line is filled, $5,760 go to the income. When the third space is filled in, the reinvest is done, and when the first space is filled, you get the profit again, $4,060. I believe it's amazing. Remember that you get all this only for $20 that you invested at the very beginning and got them back when your first matrix was filled. And even after all that has been said, the benefits of this matrix don't come to an end. Here the space for the automobile program is automatically bought. Besides, you will get the referral payments. As you can see, the referral payment in the last matrix is $260. And as I told you before, this money is distributed to the upper levels of the matrix. 50% go one level upper, 30% are paid to your sponsor's sponsor, and 20% the same way upper. Why is this program called Startup Capital? Because this program opens you the door to the other promotions of the company. For the moment, when you work at the matrix, you can buy the shares apart from the matrix and enter the automobile program. But if by any chance you can't do it, which is taken into the consideration of the startup program, after the matrices are filled, your shares will be automatically bought and you will participate in the automobile program. Now let's talk about shares. The bonus program is connected to the shares. The shares work the following way. Every day you can invest any sum of money to buy the share. The minimum sum will be mentioned on the website. If, for instance, a person decides to spend $100 to buy the share, he will have bought 4 shares, $25 per share. All of his shares will be displayed in his personal room on the website. The days when your shares are forwarded to the Forex will be put on the website as well. And since the moment when your shares are forwarded to the Forex, your shares will be activated. These are the real money with which the lot will be bought. The lot will work on Forex, and since that moment, your money basically starts to work and your income will start to be formed. The partners should understand that the company gives you an opportunity to earn money with the help of shares, but these shares start work for you since that moment when the money are transferred to the trader's company. The same way the payments work, all the shares can be bought in the correspondence with the free lot limit. The lots take part in the trades from Monday to Friday. On Friday at the midnight, the traders are closed, and at the weekend the company doesn't participate in trades. After the trades are closed, the analysis of the week work is proceeded, the money is transferred, and the incomes are charged. The shares payments are transferred. The share payments are proceeded not later than the day of the next week trades opening, which is on Monday. You will receive more detailed information about the process that has been just explained. Let me show you the example. On Monday, a person bought 4 shares and they have been delivered to Forex on Wednesday. The lot can be not closed because the lot haven't scored the fixed sum. Not less than $1,500 are transferred to Forex because we can't open the lot with the less sum. The sum is very little and it is risky to work with it. So the minimum is 1,500. We can score more than that sum. The bigger lot is, the easier it is to work with it. So on Wednesday we transfer the money there and they start work. So besides the matrix programs, you will have the passive profit from the shares. Why is it preferable to buy these shares? The first reason is that you will have the additional income from them. Yeah, it's not going to be a huge sum, but it is real and supported with money. It is not the kind of program which works for you for a short period of time because there is no flow of money from the new users. Here, the real work on Forex will be established, and the real payment will support the partners. The second and the main reason is that your money will work with the shares on Forex, which means that you will get the passive percent for pushing the metrics system and purchasing the tech accounts. So the speed of the metrics grow will be much higher. Purchasing the shares, we get the passive income and help ourselves to push through the metrics, earning twice more. Also, we will buy the spaces in the resort and automobile programs much faster. Why can't we buy the spaces in these programs right away? The thing is that our investment spaces work in the program so that due to the profit you get the technical accounts created, which help us to fill the spaces in the metrics. We need to understand that the more shares a partner bought, the more people he helped to fill the spaces in the metrics, and the tech accounts will be switched to the resort and automobile programs and will help the partners fill their spaces. So the people who invested into shares speed up the process of filling in the resort and automobile programs. They can afford buying the spaces in these programs. We consider it as a fair deal. In this case, the company gives the money which has been accommodated on Forex due to the money of the partners who buy the shares. As a result, if the partner has the shares, he can buy the spaces in these programs. But on the previous slide, we can see that buying the shares and buying the spaces is not compulsory. It is enough to get filled the 8th matrix, where the purchase of shares and participation in automobile program are automatically applied. So whether you fill the 8th matrix and automatically buy the shares and the automobile program, or while filling the spaces in the matrix you make a purchase on your own. First you buy shares, then the automobile program spaces. The purchase of shares is required for participation in the trades. The sum of investment for participation in the trades is divided into 4 parts. For each part, the share is bought. The share takes part in the trades during the time when the lot works until it is closed. It takes about a month. The process of payment is fulfilled according to 10% per each action monthly, once per month, 4 times since the moment when the money for trades is collected. The first week you get the payment from the first share, the second week the payment from the second share. In a month for each share, 10% of the income are paid. The percent is paid according to the price of the share. After the percent is paid, the share can be sold to the system and the money on your balance can be received. 1% of the payment for the share goes to the bonus program. Each share that has been bought in this program will be placed in the fixed order. When 10 lots are closed, according to this program, the bonus is charged for some shares in dependence of the space that has been taken by this share. Further, all the shares with the fragmentation will be bought from the partners, and these shares won't be sold anymore. Each investor will be able to buy only 2 shares with the cost of $500 and $1,000. These actions are sunk and the company doesn't buy them from the investors. The benefit of this share is that it will be constantly getting the profit from the Forex trades. Only the percent of income will be paid. The charges will be proceeded daily and there is a limited amount of these shares to be sold. To the shares, the bonus program is linked. Everyone who buys the shares gets into the bonus program. Partners don't spend their personal money for this program. When the partner spends $100 for shares, he gets 4 shares, 4 spaces in the bonus programs. The bonus program also looks like a matrix. The purchased shares are placed in some spaces. The enrichment of this matrix starts from the 10th lot. All the 10 lots are distributed into this matrix. Each partner will have their own share nominal, which they will take place herewith. For example, our share is $100, someone stands with $50 lower, someone stands on the $10. Some bigger partners can be placed deeper, like here the one with $1,000 and $500. But the matrix is filled till the end and the last line is also closed, 10 lots has worked and all the shares has been distributed. When the partners get the profit from the last lot, the bonus matrix is being activated. The company gives 1% from the profit of all the shares that are bought, so that all the money in this matrix can be distributed into 5 levels. Let's get deeper. Here is the share for $100 and it will have its own profit. It means that 1%, $1 from its profit, will be distributed to the 5 upper levels, and so on. If the partner buys the share which costs $10, but there are some partners below his level which bought the actions of $500 and $1,000 or more, he will still earn really nice profits from them, even much more than he has invested. It depends on the nominal of shares with which the partners have been distributed below his level. So he will get the bonus from all the partners from 5 levels below. The program is called bonus program because in this matrix not everyone will get the bonus when it is filled, because the last line stays not filled still. But it is not going to be like this all the time, because as soon as 10 lots are closed, the 11th lot opens and the process of purchasing the shares for it begins. All the shares bought in the 11th lot are distributed in the next global matrix, where each matrix takes its own place. They stay the same way as I've just told you. When the 10th lot is closed, the company will pay 1% of the profit, which will be distributed the same way. Considering the fact that in every investing company, the process of purchasing the shares grows and the partners pay more and more for shares from stage to stage because they trust the company, the bonus program will provide higher payment with every stage. The resort program consists of the matrices for 3 spaces and 7 spaces. With the 3 spaces matrix, the partner feels the benefit of the profit really soon. Here, in every matrix, there is a payment. When 2 spaces are filled, the partner gets the payment. When they switch to the next matrix, they follow the same old order. Isn't it nice? Considering the fact that in this structure there are overflows, this matrix will be filled immediately. In this program, there is also a function of purchasing the space in your own matrix. And when the 7 spaces matrix is filled, we get a solid sum, 1,800. I think this money is enough for you for a nice rest. That's why this is a resort program. So as you can see, you get $1,800 of income and you get the automatically bought space in the automobile program. Then $100 go for reinvestment, so that you get 1 more space and 1 more resort in future. $100 go for referral payments, which is the additional charge for each partner, and 5 stand-ins are bought for the startup programs. And now the sweetest, automobile program. As you remember, to get into the resort and automobile program, you need to have bought some quantity of shares for the sum of the entrance fee. So the entrance fee for the resort program is $100, and you should have shares which were bought for this $100. The same with the automobile program, where the fee is $500. This option is for those ones who want to take place on program, not waiting for your turn, and start earning money ASAP. If right now you don't have such an opportunity, the company has foreseen this. The company will automatically buy the spaces for you when you close the startup matrices. In the automobile program, all the matrices have only 3 spaces. Due to the fact that in this matrix big money has been invested, not everyone wants to wait for a long time to get the money. That's why the matrices of 7 spaces were not considered by the company in this program. As soon as we start working in this matrix, we get our investment back when 2 matrices are filled. This is a small distance to get your investment. Also, in further matrices, there is an option for getting the money back. In the second and the third matrices, you will get $250. In the 5th matrix, you will get $1,500, and in the last one, you'll get $13,000. The balance which is left is distributed the following way. $500 is the reinvestment into the automobile program, which will push your partners. $100 go to the referral payments, and 20 stand-ins are bought for the startup capital program. Those partners that got used to work with the big investments and incomes can buy the shares and spaces in the automobile program from the very beginning. Due to the money from the forex income, which will be charged in here, it will be a great help for filling the startup matrices, for promoting and getting all this real money. All that has been said is about our matrix programs and shares. Also, the program Mining Farm is going to be launched. This program is being developed. The marketing for it is almost ready, but we will launch it a bit later. At the moment, we want to concentrate on shares and matrices. All these things were developed with the help of traders and the investor which gave the funds for it. Due to this unique and complete marketing system, this company with its matrices will work for a long time. Since all the forex profits will grow, the speed of the personal profit growth will also get higher. We invite everyone to build their business with the company Onica. Self-confidence is the basis for your success and achievements.